And Mike, welcome. I'm so pleased that you can spare a few minutes to tell us a little bit about your work at the Spiritual Crisis Network in the UK, and also about your training to become a spiritual emergence coach. So please let us know where you are in the UK and what your interest is right now in spiritual emergency.
Okay, hi Emma.
Hi.
I'm in a little town called Chesterfield, which is in the Midlands, near a city called Sheffield. So that's right in the centre of the UK. My interest at the moment in spiritual emergency is from a number of directions, really. I've been involved with the Spiritual Crisis Network now for about 4 or 5 years. And we work in the UK responding to people who email into us about their spiritual emergency, or from people who are caring for other people going through spiritual emergency. And we respond to those emails with some advice. And what we also do is organise peer support groups in various places in the UK, and I co-facilitate one of those groups in Sheffield. The network, the Spiritual Crisis Network, also does other things. We do some awareness raising, we do volunteer training, and we arrange academic conferences on spiritual emergency as well. And we have one coming up just this year.
Do you? Do you know the dates?
You're testing me now. It's in September. I think it's early September. I can check the dates and let you know.
Okay, so that's 2019, just because this may be posted for a little bit longer. So September 2019, and I think it's a biannual endeavor, isn't it? That the Spiritual Crisis Network tries to do it every 2 years?
Yeah, we try to do it. I think we missed the last year, maybe 2 years actually, not quite sure. But we don't have a lot of resources. We're only staffed by volunteers, so we're always on the lookout for like-minded volunteers to help us with all of what I've just said.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
Bit of a plug there.
All right. Plugs are okay. Yeah. So do tell us, please, what you found was valuable for you in the Spiritual Emergence Coach program, the training that we offer, because you had already been quite involved with the Spiritual Crisis Network before you came over here to us.
Yeah, that's right. Well, I'm also training as a therapist. I'm a trainee member with the UK CP. That's the Council for Psychotherapy and Counselling in the UK, one of the professional membership bodies. So I'm training to be able to support people going through spiritual emergency in that way, for one-to-one therapy and support as well. So that's why I wanted to come along to your training, because the course that I did, like many of these courses, doesn't actually cover spirituality, and in particular it doesn't cover spiritual emergency. So I thought it was good to attend something which would focus on that and give me those kinds of skills and those backgrounds, and which it did very well. And it came in, I think, particularly useful for the work I do with the peer support groups. There were lots of things of value in that course, Emma, and I would recommend it. And one of the things that I particularly remember that I valued was the practical exercises that we did throughout the days, and in particular the one on rapport, where we would make and break rapport, and we'd have an observer to feedback on how we were doing. That was really valuable for both the peer support groups and one-to-one support as well, I think.
Wonderful. Thank you for that feedback. Now, I am particularly excited with what you're about to step into, which is a PhD program in which you are going to be writing a dissertation and doing some research. Would you tell us a little bit about that? Because not everyone who is a spiritual emergence coach is doing research.
Yeah, I'd love to. Well, I've always wanted to do a PhD, and now I've finally found something that I'm going to do it in, which is spiritual emergency. So I've just started the PhD. It's through Canterbury Christchurch University in the UK, but also supported by the Professional Development Foundation and the ALEF Trust. So there's 3 organisations involved. My primary supervisor is Professor Les Lancaster, and my secondary supervisor is Professor David Lukoff. Now, I'm wanting to look at the general question of what helps people going through spiritual emergency, and in particular find out what they understand by grounding and how effective that was to them when they were going through that experience. So I'd be really interested to hear from anyone with questions or suggestions. The direction of my research could go pretty much anywhere at the moment because it is just kicking off.
Okay. Well, I'll be posting information about how to be in contact with you, Mike. And I personally would love to hear more as you continue on. But in this particular venue, I'm just going to wish you very well for success and a complete pleasure in your dissertation work with your team. And thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.